Hi, I'm Sam Thurgan and welcome to my 2-minute parasha. In this week's Sidra of Devarim, Moshe Rabbeinu begins by recapping some of the main incidents of the last 40 years since the exodus from Egypt until the point at which they stand now at the entrance of the Promised Land. And in telling them the story, some of the narrative themes seem to weave together in a way that we haven't seen before. Moshe says to them, Hashem told us, it is enough encircling this mountain, wandering around in the desert. You now need to go into the land of Israel. And Moshe then says to the Jewish people, but how can I carry you? How can I bear you? How can I hold you up? You are, it's very difficult, man. Hashem bless you, but it's very difficult. And Hashem's going to appoint you a shur and so forth. But the Ishbitzer Rebbe, Rabbi Mordechai Yosef Lana, wants to know what's the connection between moving towards the land of Israel and Moshe finding his position of leadership difficult. Wasn't that the case before? Weren't the Jewish people the same, whether they were in the desert or whether they were on the way to Israel? And the answer that he says is yes. But it relates to what Moshe's mission and purpose was. Moshe was the one who was tasked with giving the Torah to the Jewish people. That was his job, that was his role, and Hashem gave him everything that he needed in order to fulfill that. Bringing the people into the land of Israel, that was Yehoshua's role. That needed a different kind of leader. That was a completely different kind of task. For that task, Hashem had not given Moshe the strength. And so when they were engaged in moving into Israel, suddenly Moshe began to feel that this was too difficult, that this was overwhelming, because this was not the task that was destined for him. And so the message from the Ishbitzer is that when it comes to something that Hashem has given you to do, when it comes to your task, your mission, Hashem is always going to give you the wherewithal, the capabilities. Sometimes you've got to dig deep to find it, but that is part of the assignation of the mission. However, when you find yourself really out of your depths, when this is something that maybe that's a sign that this is a task for somebody else. This is something that another person will be given the strength to do, just like with Moshe and Yeshua. Shabbat Shalom.